Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon your time zone. My name is Muhammad Azim and welcome to ReadyForex.com London Forex trading session. I'm going to present Elliot Wave Analysis and Forex Forecast. Okay, let's take a look at some charts and see what's going on. First thing first, Euro dollar currency pair. Euro USD currency pair moved up as forecasted, and the way I see market is probably trying to move sideways overall. The trend is up. Okay, if you check out the support, we have this support down over here at 1.1064 area. So market is going to move sideways and then it is probably going to drop. Next, let us take a look at 4-hour time frame. Okay, inside 4-hour time frame, I was kind of expecting the price action to hit this support level. It kind of reached that level and then it rallied up. Now let us take a look at this 4-hour chart over here. If I zoom in a little bit, okay, this is the resistance level. Let me draw the trend line right over here. Now we only got this one big bullish candlestick close above the old swing high. So if you take a look at this level, let me draw the exact level over here. Okay, so this is the level, the old swing high in okay, 1.1571, that's the level. So once we get another bullish candlestick close above this level, then we might consider this as a correct breakout. Otherwise this whole thing could probably turn into a false breakout as well. So for example, let me draw a candlestick pattern over here. So if we do get a bullish candlestick, something like this, inside 4-hour time frame of euro dollar currency, well, then obviously the downtrend would be over. But currently it is still a downtrend in 4-hour chart. If you take a look at a 1-hour time frame, okay, over here I actually took a sell trade at 1.1571 level. One second, let me see if it's possible for me to show you that what happened with that particular trade over here. Okay, 1 second, I go over here and go to custom period and to look at last 3 days. No, it doesn't show that. So on Friday basically I took the trade. Okay, this was the trade. Let me show you. This is the trading terminal right over here, and this was the trade at 1.1571, and I closed that sell trade. Right now the trade has closed with a I think what was it? 71.59, so it's about like 12 or 13 pips. That was the close entry. Right now I don't have any open trade in Euro USD currency pair. Okay, so if you take a look at 1 hour time frame, uh, this was the resistance level. Okay, and price action rallied up, created a pullback, then rallied up more, then created a pullback. So if we try to measure the distance that market has traveled so far, let's go over to the daily chart, and I'm going to remove everything. This looks like to me a simple candlestick pattern. It's a very famous pattern as well. This is called morning star candlestick pattern in daily time frame of euro dollar currency pair. So this is telling me market is just going to drop a little bit for few pips, something like this, and then we could get a bullish leg over here. This is one idea, the one Elliott wave count. Second Elliott wave count suggests that market is going to completely go up over here. It's not going to stop. Expect a new print or new high. Price market is going to break above the old swing high. Okay, this is the second wave count, which suggests prices and isn't going to create just a pullback. Expect a new high. Market is also here. Okay, third wave count is going to move, and then it's going to, okay. Now let us take a look at what's going on inside US dollar, the DX. Okay, over here the DX, we got this big washout to the downside. This will mean evening star. Evening star candlestick pattern is basically opposite to morning star. So we got a morning star candlestick pattern in daily time frame, which I was showing you earlier over here. This is the euro dollar daily chart. We got the bullish candlestick pattern, the morning star candlestick pattern. It's a Japanese candlestick pattern, and inside the US dollar index we got this evening star candlestick pattern, which is a bearish candlestick. So the dollar, the DX is showing some signs of weakness. So if you take a look at a 4 hour time frame, a big washout to the downside. Now over here it took out this old swing low over here, clear break to the downside. Now these things, by the way, I wasn't expecting such a deeper drop, but we got one. Now these things usually tells us that market is probably going to create a short-term pullback, and then it's going to drop more. So expect one more drive, bearish leg, I would say, inside the US dollar index. So if the US dollar index is going to drop, 90% of the time the euro dollar is going to move in an opposite direction of the DX. So if you go back to the 4 hour chart of euro, the way I see it, it looks quite possible that price action is going to drop a little bit and then expect more upside. So this is the forecast. Now in terms of Elliott wave, this looks like to me an A, wave B bearish, and then a wave C to the upside in euro dollar currency pair. Okay, next let us take a look at pound dollar. Pound dollar bounced from this old swing low over here, which we have right down over here, and it also hit the 1.3200 round number. Okay, so this is what I told you guys, that market is going to hit this support area, this green color buy zone, and then expect a quick bullish price action, and this is exactly what we got. Now this is a candlestick pattern. This is called a key reversal. Some people also call it an engulfing candle, and engulfing candlestick is a little bit different, but to me this is a key reversal candlestick pattern. It sweeps the old swing low, or the low of the previously closed daily time frame candlestick, creates a false breakdown and then rise back up. So these things usually go up more. Now another idea over here, that market is probably it could turn into some sort of a sideways pattern as well. It could turn into a triangle pattern or into a flat Elliott wave pattern as well. Now if you take a look at this old swing high over here, we got a clear bullish breakout. This was a big body candlestick on Friday. Then we got this sideways looking price action over here, and then we got further upside. So these things, I would say, suggest that we got bullish wave A leg inside GBPUSD currency pair. Okay, now we have this support down over here. Okay, somewhere over here we have this support. Let me change the color of this trend line to green. So this is the support down over here. Let me tell you the exact value as well. 1.3172 down over here. 1.3172, that's the level down over here. Now these things usually go sideways, something like this, and then expect more upside. In other words, expect one more bullish leg in GBP USD currency pair. So pound dollar is most likely going to provide us one more drive to the upside. Next one is the Aussie dollar, AUDUSD currency pair. We got this trend line break, and I told you guys that do not expect this as a valid breakout. This whole thing could fail. We could get some sort of a false breakout. So market rallied up on Friday, so expect maybe a sideways price action today, and on Tuesday I hope market is going to rise up one more time. Whenever price can move, it always moves in at least with retracement, or you always get a pullback. In simple words, if price action is falling down, you always get a pullback, and the pullbacks basically provide you a chance to join the existing trend. Let us take a look at 1 hour chart of Aussie dollar currency pair. Okay, so this was the low over here, and this was the high. Okay, the pattern that I see in Aussie dollar is a bit different one. It's not like the euro dollar and pound dollar pattern. It's a bit different pattern. Okay, and even if I check out the daily, the hour, it still shows something different. And let me zoom in. So this was the old swing high. Now if we do get a bullish candlestick, something like this, inside 1 hour time frame, Okay, then we can say with high confidence, with high probability, that AUD USD currency pair is going to rise up. However, so far, I do not see such a big bullish candlestick. So this is actually telling me that we might actually get a drop in price action, a complete drop, and market is probably going to breaks below 0.6417 level inside AUD USD currency pair. In other words, this price action looks like to me just a corrective Elliott wave pattern, and price action is going to print an impulse bearish leg. Next one is the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi. Now it missed the support area, but it also took out this old swing low as well. So this is telling me that market is probably going to now move sideways, and then we could even get a new low first and then expect a bullish leg over here. If someone is looking for aggressive buy trades, use your day trading strategies to look for a potential buy trade at or around this green color buy zone right over here where I'm pointing my cursor. So let's take a look at what's going on in smaller time frame. Now if you check out this trend line analysis, which I did in previous sessions, we got the breakout of this trend line right over here. I'm going to remove all of this and go over to a 1 hour time frame and a 4 hour time frame as well. Let's check out 4 hour chart first. Okay, 4 hour time frame, the trend is down, it's not an uptrend, and we could get further weakness in price action of NZD USD currency pair. Okay, if we take a look at a 1 hour chart of New Zealand dollar, so NZD USD currency pair, it seems to me we got this big bullish candlestick pattern, and this whole thing is probably going to turn sideways. So we're getting kind of a mixed signal with the Kiwi, with the New Zealand dollar versus US dollar currency pair, and it's quite possible that market is probably going to drop a little bit and then rise back up. In terms of Elliott wave, the wave count, wave A, wave B bearish leg. Let me change the color to red. So wave B, expect wave B bearish leg, and then wave C bullish leg over here to the upside inside NZD USD currency. This is the forecast. Next one is the US dollar Swiss franc. US dollar Swiss franc over here. Again, this looks like to me kind of a evening star candlestick pattern over here. So on Friday, market dropped quickly. Now people were jumping into the market with a sell trade, and I always tell traders never jump into the market. Okay, now what is going to happen is that we got this drop in price action, and now price action is trying to rise back up over here. Let's take a look at 1 hour chart first. Okay, we got this big washout to the downside in NZD USD currency pair. Okay, let's go even further to a 15 minutes chart. Okay, this looks to me an impulse wave, the beginning of a downtrend. Okay, and market was struggling to go up. If we take a look at a 1 hour time frame over here, this is where we got the drop in price action, and it took out this support over here. It even took out this support over here. So if you take a look at a 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame suggests the trend is sideways, and the 1-hour time frame suggests clearly that the trend is down. So the idea over here is to wait for a pullback over here. Now we might not get such a deeper bullish pullback, but wait for some sort of a pullback and then look for a sell trade setup. Use your day trading strategies to look for a sell trade. If you do not have a day trading strategy, you can check out my website. Okay, next one is the US dollar Swiss franc 1 hour. So we already discussed a price action is most likely going to rise up. This looks like we got this B wave over here, and after this B wave, once market is going to complete it, expect a drop in price action. Next one is the spot gold. Yes, gold, I'm going to cover it. So spot gold ex AUDUSD pair. So this is exactly what I told you guys. This is exactly what happened. The gold provided us a false breakdown, and then it went back up to retest this broken trend line. This is how market tries to fool traders. They get a false breakdown and everyone was selling, and I told you guys gold is going to rise back up at least to test this broken trend line that we have right over here. Okay, so let us take a look at a 4-hour time frame. So the yellow color forecast, the plan B did not work. That was my plan B, or the alternative Elliott wave count. Now what's going to happen with spot gold? Well, let me tell you, spot gold is most likely going to stop the rise. But do not just jump just because you think price action is going to drop in spot gold. What we can do is we can go down into a smaller time frame. Okay, let's see what's happening in 4-hour first. Okay, took out this high, it even took out the second resistance level as well, finding support over here. This was the resistance right over here. So the way I see, spot gold is going to move sideways. We might get even a further bullish rise in spot gold, but then market most likely going to print a top and it's going to drop. So use your day trading strategies to look for a potential sell trade as soon as market starts the decline. Okay, so I hope the spot gold forecast looks like to me a clear ABC zigzag going on. Wave A to the downside, then expect a pullback. We got wave B over here. Okay, there comes a question. Do you mean that these are not buyable areas right now? No buy trade. Oh, let me tell you straight. No buy trade. Okay, this is a sell trade plan only. The trend is down on a short-term basis in spot gold. No buy trade at all. Okay, only sell trade setup if you do get a pattern, and do not just open a sell trade just because you think price action is going to drop. Wait for a some sort of a chart pattern or a candlestick pattern to appear first. You want to face the market at your terms. If market is not going to fulfill your trading criteria, whatever is the trading criteria that you use to enter into the market, If market isn't going to fulfill your trading criteria, no trade, wait outside. Okay, so only, let me write it down, only sell trade. Okay, no buy, no buy trade plan over here, only sell trade plan. Now if you do not know how to trade the spot gold, or let's say you do not have a trading strategy, then check out my website. I also teach different day trading strategies online. Next one is the US dollar CAD currency pair. Now USD CAD, we got this big washout to the down. This is a simple Japanese candlestick pattern known as an evening star. Now it's not a good looking pattern as far as the quality of the pattern is concerned, like the way we got in the DX and the euro dollar, So this evening star, this is a bearish candlestick pattern. It's a combination of basically three candles. We got this candlestick number one, then this middle candle over here, the candlestick number two, and then a big washout to the downside. However, we did not get a close below the low of the first candlestick, so that's why I say, the quality of the pattern isn't much good. But still, it's an evening star. So let's take a look at a 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame suggests we got kind of a sideways price. Let us take a look at a 1-hour chart of US dollar CAD currency pair. Okay, USD CAD, let me adjust these charts over here. So USD CAD, I already told you guys that if you want to look for some sort of a buy trade, wait for the price action to drop first at or around Fibonacci retracement area. And look what happened. We got the drop in price action. Okay, and market hit the fib level. Now from these lows, from this Fibonacci level, let me highlight this area and do a little bit of adjustment. This is the 0.382% Fibonacci retracement level. So down over here we might get some kind of a support. Some aggressive buyers, they might step into the market. Okay, and market tries to rise back up, but I do not expect a complete reversal. The way we got this big washout to the downside, I think the reaction or the buying pressure would be a little bit small, and sooner or later the USD CAD currency pair is going to drop. So I would prefer to be to the sell side instead of a buy side. I would prefer to look for a sell trade plan or a chart pattern, a bearish one, to ride and trade the next bearish impulse leg to the downside. Okay, it's a bit aggressive approach if you try to buy down over here with a 38.2% area over here in USD CAD currency pair. It's also a little bit risky as well. Okay, so the probability, the high probability is look for the market to print some sort of a chart pattern, a bearish chart pattern or a sell trade plan. Use your own day trading strategies and look for a sell trade setup inside USD versus Canadian dollar currency pair. By the way, if you like my analysis, hit the like button as well. Okay, next let us take a look at US dollar versus Japanese yen currency pair. Now over here we got this big washout to the downside in USD yen currency pair, and it did not stop at 148.22 level. Okay, so the way I see market is probably going to drop a little bit more before it goes back up. The next support that we have down over here, let me highlight it. This is the next support area. So somewhere over here market is probably going to find some aggressive buyers. Okay, so as long as price action is staying below 148.27 area, uh, it could go down a little bit further. The USD yen, it could slide more. Okay, next let us take a look at smaller time frame. So USD JPY currency pair took out the support area. This is a clear washout, break to the downside, and I think market is just going to provide us a pullback now and expect one more drive to the downside. What I would do if I were you is to look for a sell trade plan. Okay, use your own day trading strategies and look for, sell trade setup or a bearish chart pattern. Okay, next one is the USDJPY 1 hour. You see the rainbow over here. It did provide some good buy trades over here the last week, but the rainbow is now turning around. It's twisting, and the 4 hour might still show you a bullish rainbow. This is a clear uptrend over here, but if you check out the 1 hour time frame, it's trying to be bearish. It's not bearish yet. However, the smaller time frame, like a 15 minutes chart, let me show you the 15 minutes chart. We got the crossover of these moving averages, so the rainbow is clearly bearish. It's a clear downtrend going on over here inside, and I would prefer to look for sell trade setups, okay, instead of a buy trade in USD JPY currency pair. Next one is the pound yen GBP JPY currency pair daily. What happened? Price action hit at 195.33 level, so we got an exact hit. These support numbers, that I've written over here, they are not coincidence. They're not a guesswork. They're based on rules that markets follow most of the time. Now, we did not get a break over here, by the way. So if market is going to break below 195.33 level, then I might turn bearish. But for the time being, the way I see, GBPJPY is probably going to rise up from these lows. It's not going to drop. So I would prefer to look for potential buy trading opportunities. However, inside the 15 minutes time frame, the rainbow is bearish. So once the rainbow turns bullish again, we can start looking for a possible buy trade. At least that's the way how I am going to plan my trade. If you go over to a smaller time frame, like maybe a 5 minutes chart, we're getting crossover. Okay, so the change is happening in smaller time frame. However, in 15 minutes time frame, I would prefer to wait for the rainbow to turn bullish again, and then look for potential buy trade setups. Now, if we are not going to get a change in trend, then it's quite possible that maybe tomorrow GBPJPY is going to break below 195.33 support level. Okay. Next one is the Euro JPY currency pair. We got this big washout to the downside in Euro Yen currency pair. It took out the support and it actually tested the second support over here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is a break to the downside. Let's check it out what's going on in smaller time frame, like a 4-hour chart. So in 4-hour time frame, we got this pullback exactly at 0.618% Fibonacci retracement level, and then we got the drop in price action. So it's possible that we might get a deeper retracement. Okay, what I mean by that is it is possible that EURUSD is going to rise up and show us a false breakout above 0.618% Fibonacci retracement level and then drop more. Now when people see a bullish leg, obviously they start buying, and when they see a bearish leg they start selling. That's not how I trade. I plan in advance and I use Elliot Wave pattern, and right now the Elliot Wave pattern suggests a good idea is to wait for the price action to go up a little bit. Now some people might say, okay, well, why wait? Why not we take a buy over here? Well, what if the plan fails and market just simply drops from the current price level? Then you try to buy over here in a downtrend, you're going to lose money. Okay, this is also possible. If you try to buy over here and market just keep going down, that's not a good buy trade. So if you want to sell it, then only sell if the trend is down, and right now at this point in time the trend is down inside EURUSD currency pair. So my trade plan is to wait for a bullish pullback and a false breakout above 0.618% Fibonacci retracement level, and then look for some sort of a sell trade setup up there. Okay, next one is the WTI crude oil. Okay, the crude oil, we got the drop. Okay, the way market is falling down, I think the pullback stuff is over, and it's a high probability that the crude oil is going to breaks below the support area. Let me change the color of this support to green. So the WTI crude oil, I thought it's going to bounce from 68.30 level, and we got a little bit bounce as well, but now here's a clear breakdown over here. So as long as price action is staying below 68.30 level, the forecast is bearish in WTI crude oil. Okay, we might get a retest over here. Price action is going, it might try to rise back up and hit the 68.30 level, then expect some sort of a top over here, and then market is probably going to drop lower because the trend is down now in crude oil in 4-hour time frame. Next one is the spot silver. Spot silver, well, I told you guys that spot silver is falling down. We got this big washout. It's a little bit a risky approach if you try to look for a buy trade. I would prefer to look for a sell trade setup. So look for some kind of a sell trade plan and wait for the market to rise up, print a top, and then starts the decline. The overall trend is obviously bullish in crude oil, sorry, in XAUDUSD pair. We're talking about the spot silver now. So overall the trend is up. However, the way market is falling down, this is most likely going to be a wave A over here, and then expect a bullish leg wave B, and then expect one more bearish leg down to the downside wave C. Okay, so I would prefer to look for, let me write it down, what I'm looking. Okay, so sell trade plan. Now you can use your own day trading strategies. I'm just presenting you my analysis over here. So this is my sell trade plan over here inside spot silver. And I told you guys on Friday as well that do not sell down over here. If you want to sell it, wait for the pullback. Once you do get a pullback in price action of XAG USD pair, then look for some sort of a sell trade. Okay, if you take a look at a 4-hour time frame, this is where market is now bouncing from this buy zone over here. So aggressive buyers, they might look for short-term trades or scalp trades using the smaller time frame. So the pullback is going to happen. Now we have a resistance level right up there at 39.110. If price action is going to break above this level, then obviously the trend is going to change. But for the time being, the way I see XAG USD pair, the spot silver is going to rise up, and then for some sort of a sell trade plan or sell trade setup, use your own day trading strategies and try to join the downtrend. The pullbacks basically provides you an opportunity, the chance to join an existing trend. So this is the trade plan, the sell trade plan for the spot silver, the XAG USD pair. I hope it's clear. Okay, let's go back to the euro. So euro USD, it's most likely going to drop. Okay, and I showed you my Friday trade result that I managed to make some profit on Friday. Okay, that's pretty much it for today from my side, and I'm going to now do the New York market session live stream probably after 6 to 7 hours time. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to type inside the chat box. You can also communicate with me via my website as well. And if you like my analysis, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. So that's it from my side. Have a nice day and bye bye.